Alright, this is it. This is the last video I'm using this camera to record. Probably gonna be the last production video. In the future, I will probably record stuff on my phone or other low format device, because my hard drive I went full. I can't store a file like this big. The camera, which this camera records, is too big. I can't fold more hard drives. That's why this has to be stopped. There's no space to store them. So I want to title this video, "This is it." And at this point, YouTube no longer be helpful for me anymore, and I don't see any hope in the future for YouTube. So I might as well. I don't see any hope in the future, yeah, for YouTube. Then that's my channel. So I just as well. I might just talk about everything I know. This reminds me back in 2016 or maybe 2015. My girlfriend broke up with me. I had this 9 months of making love habitat, and it's like a drug. Try to get away from. It's like a you have that drug and suddenly it went off. It's hard for guys like me to find a girlfriend. I don't have a car, I don't have a fucking mansion, I don't have a fucking job paid, and for that you don't get a girlfriend. It's that easy. It's quite tough. You see, I want to talk about everything. So 2015, 2016, maybe especially the year 2015 was very tough time for me. Back in that, China is mass producing products for the world. So back in that time, if you watch my old videos, the sky was silver, covered with silver clouds. You don't see sun. It's like a post-apocalyptic. And back in that time, I was trying to make oxygen in my room because of the air is unbreathable, not because of the smog, but the chemicals in the air. I was trying to electrify water to get oxygen to breathe. It's that worse. And then 2016 it gets better. 2017 I get a major fund. So the first thing I could come up, the best thing I've come up to my mind is to go fucking New Zealand, go to see the real world. New Zealand is the best world for me back in that time for bicycle touring. I want to ride, after being through all this, I want to ride the best fucking place in the way I want. And I did that, it was great. Now in 2021, it's back in this point again. So I felt familiar. In 2016, I started to talk about, I just started to talk plain truth. I speak direct from my mind. Back in that time, I don't really have an audience in my Shitty Chance Live channel. I only have like 40-50 subscribers, and as much as views as I get right now, despite of I have 300 plus subscribers, they just don't watch. Subscribe counts means nothing. Like button means nothing. Oh, like button is so, yeah. I'll stop mimicking that. Like button is so important. You guys don't know how that important to me. Nothing. It's not important at all. Yeah, speaking truth makes me feel great. I don't need to worry about what type of content I put into channel to target certain audience. I don't need to worry about what I'm talking about, the level of truth I'm talking about, that those morons is not gonna understand. Whatever, I'm just gonna talk my truth, I'm just gonna be myself. We are not alone here. Alien, not alien. other life form walking among us. We don't see with our eyes. Our vision is that narrow. We call it visible light. Outside of visible light, it's like this big. We don't see, and those life form reflecting in those bandwidth that we don't see. They're walking among us. They walk past through you. You don't realize that because you can't sense that. Doesn't mean it don't exist. Why I'm talking about this? Because we are using ancient technology. The universe has been this old, hundreds of billion years of old. What do you think? How much they did? As they said, we are in the middle of a fucking galaxy. You think the technology haven't figured out to make your food, to make yourself so-called aliens? They don't even need to eat. They direct taking energy from the sun. Let's say when you stand under the sun and I'm full. Imagine that. How is that? How easy is that? Imagine if you have that. Our money system is a joke. I am working, selling your soul every day, selling your soul. Today, how much I sold for my soul, trading for money. My dad said, just have a job of the food delivery. Have a delivery job. You can have 6,000 RMB, 6,000 yuan per month. Why don't you do that? Why are you fucking working for an insurance company? Why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? We're hurting each other, and meanwhile, someone's sitting at the top, just getting all the goodness from us, and we don't realize we are fucking slaves. We're putting colors on our own neck and proud of it. What is this food delivery system? Use your brain. Think about this. What this is all about, this food delivery. You stop making your own food. You stop caring about your health. How about that? You stop cooking your food. And you trust someone else. You don't even see. You think, oh, a kitchen made that. No, it's an industry. It's a packaged cooked food. What the so-called restaurant do? They unpack the packaging, pour it into a fucking plastic container, and ask those food delivery guys right instantly deliver it to you. You think they cook in the kitchen? No, they just heating it. It's an industry. Factories making those food. You trust that? You trust that? You trust that? It's all about attacking. Why I'm always talking about why you are on Earth, to learn the lesson. It's not about improving, developing, nothing. It's about you learn. It's learn lessons here. You're born in this Earth. You have this. What is this? Needles. They're fucking dozen needles sticking to your body. It's like V. You know the word. Since you're born, it puts 11 shots, 12 shots of shite. What do you think? You're getting eyes problem. You're getting other health problem from your child. You get breathing problem. Where that came from? The fucking shots. You're born to this world with all these burdens, all this crap, in order to learn, to realize it. The point is to realize it. We are living in the fucking shitty ass to realize this fucking shit. That's the point of living here. Not fucking breaking fucking bridges. I'm product development. You fucking morons. The funny thing is this, my stainless steel pipe is resonating from my voice. speaking truth feels great. I'm just gonna talk everything I love. Now my dad is getting really low income. Back in 2015, I don't have money support at all. I had a job back in 2015. I was working. I don't have a job back in 2015. Funny enough, I used to be the McDonald's delivery scooter riding guy. Another fun fact is the delivery is actually a separate company from McDonald's. McDonald's just paid this company which deliver food for McDonald's, which this company is a Chinese company. It's not McDonald's. It's not a branch of that at all. And I brought a scooter. It was fun time. I was delivering McDonald's food. I was eating that. Every time the order has French fries, I'll fucking grab French fries and eat it. And after before I deliver the food, it was a quite wealthy area of my city. It's completely separate from the city. It's almost like another area, another little town, standalone town. It's almost feel like you went to that area and you don't feel like this belongs to this city. So called it's part of this city. It's just nonsense. It's like for itself the area is like a little town, and it's pretty luxury place. There's actually a lot of foreigners there, but foreigners normally don't order McDonald's, and now treated foreigners with dodgy delivery food. Anyway, all I did is those fucking college little stupid kids. They order McDonald's in like 3 a.m. I fucking grabbed French fries, and they were like, today's French fries is very low amount. Yeah, whatever. You know, I did that. I didn't eat chicken wings because obviously it's obvious. Those rich living area has. I met a lot of people actually. I had a lot of friends through this delivering. Through the process of delivering, I met a lot of friends. It was fun time. I was enjoying that job. Back in 2015, I had sleeping issue. I couldn't feel sleep during the night. But since I had that job, all I do in the waking time is to working, and at night I just went to sleep naturally. I was quite exhausted after working. But it didn't last long. I don't know, 3 months, maybe 4 months. I couldn't remember exactly. The reason is that my e-scooter was stolen. Oh, that's one reason. That's not the first reason. The first reason is that one day I ride a mountain bike and I hurt myself. I break my collar because my freaking mountain bike frame was snapping in half. Why? Because I ride fucking downhill on a fucking thin aluminum cross country bike. It's not built for downhill, but that's the only bike I have. I ridden that bike until the frame snapped in half, and then the rear wheel hitting my collarbone and breaking my collarbone. I was doing mountain bike to that extent until the bike broke, and I have no money. I'm depressed. I can ride my bicycle. It was a very dark time of my life, and then I couldn't go this McDonald's delivering work. I was have to stay at home for a couple of months, and then just because I couldn't do the job, so my e-scooter was parking downstairs, and the thing is because months of no riding, there's dust on it and it's being stolen. Stolen is quite common here. don't we have security? Yes, we do. And the thief bribe the security is fucked up. The thief bribe the security. And when the thief done their job, the security guards having their profit, and they start to, we are serious now. We are actually keep this community secure. You're not gonna lose anything. Of course, they already benefit from it. It's a joke. So e-scooter getting stolen it was, and I have no job, no income. I can't do what I love. I didn't even have a bicycle to ride with. That's why I'm having 12 bikes. It was dark time, and then 2016 and also the girlfriend trauma with no girlfriend. The thing is that Chinese girlfriend, when they break up, it's like it just vanished. You're not gonna talk to them, and they will delete you by themselves. And you're not gonna contact them. You're never gonna know what's happened to them after the breakup. It's heartbroken. It's stupid. It's laughable. It was an experience. It felt like a life lesson you can learn. It's not like that year broke up, years later we're still friends, we're still talking. It doesn't exist here. So finally, later 2015, I went out from the trauma and started looking for a job. And I found a job, and it was this Czech Republic company, which is almost like a branch company from Microsoft. They work solely for Microsoft. This company, I was offered, and I started to work for them as an audio engineer. They, it's fucking globalization company, fucking globalization. But I was recording vocals for different languages: Japanese, German, American, those languages, South American languages, Spanish, Portuguese, whatever, all the language, Japanese, did I mention that? and Chinese, of course. We were like, every weekend, like occasionally in some working days, and during Monday to Friday, occasionally we would go to colleges and having billboards, just offering college students for a part-time job. You come here, foreign students, of course, because of the language advantage. They just we as a company, we offer them with my colleagues. One lady was hot, but later I stopped talking to her anymore. Fucking Chinese women. We're offering foreign students to come here to have compensation and to record their mother language. That was that job. And funny fact is, I worked for that company for 9 months, and then one day as always, I ride my mountain bike and I hurt myself again. Funny enough, I snapped my ACL. You can see this fucking knee have countless of wounds during the period of time of my life. Snapped ACL. It was painful. And since that, I lost that foreign company job. That company, that job paid like 5,000 yuan per month. 5,000 yuan is like, it's like, I don't know, 800 USD, 700 USD, yeah, around 700 USD, 700 USD. It was huge. I spent all that money buying bicycle stuff. It was good investment, I can tell you that. In 2016, and then I lost that foreign company job, and I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna have another job. I'm gonna and I always want to see the world outside. I want to have, I had enough shit. I want to have something better. I proposed to my dad. I was like, would you support me if I go abroad of study? Back in that time, I legitimately thought that I'm going to study because that's the only way I can see for me to go abroad, which is all I want. My dad said, yeah, if you can pass the language, which is the IELTS, I did. I was doing the IELTS, and eventually I passed the IELTS, and that was in early 2017, in January 2017. I passed the exam, and I looking for the agent. I looking for agent for going abroad. It's easier for me. It's an easier job for me. Instead of you go to the college yourself, you do the you know the you send your stuff to the college and ask them if they want you. It's way easier to pay the agent to do that. It costs money, of course, but back in that time, my dad agreed, and then I found the agent myself. I make videos. I make PS Photoshops images. I make game models. I'm basically making a video game in the game model to prove that I have the digital production ability to the colleges in Christchurch. No, in New Zealand, in Christchurch, Dunedin, in North Island, Wellington, all over. Eventually, this Christchurch is the seems to be the best offer. So that was the story. So I was offered by all the colleges I sent a request to. It's easy. It's a joke. Whatever you send to the college, the money is the important thing. They want your money. They don't want your talent. They want your money. I decided to go to the Christchurch, which is the I forget the name. I don't care about that college. YouTube is not gonna know that. So the offer starts from I don't know. Starts from September 2017. So I supposed to go to language school starts from September 2017. So, but obviously I already get the visa. I can go anytime. So why the hell not go there now? That's what I did. I brought this recombinant trike. Oh, I forget to mention it was a surprise to me. I wasn't expecting I receive money actually from my mom's father, my mom's family. They actually giving me a bunch of money. It's a loads of money just because they heard that I'm going to go college. That's what it stands for. So this actually supported me. I was so surprised and suddenly have sitting on a bank to spend. But I could just buy loads of crap and don't care about how much money I left while still sitting in China. It was in late June. It was hot. I don't care. I don't care buying shit, and I don't care staying in China any longer. I want to go abroad. I want to see things outside. So I brought this recombinant trike, which is the only recombinant trike I own back in that time. It was a folding recombinant trike, so it's easier for the for carrying, for the luggage. I did this recovery track touring setup as fast as I could. Broke the tickets like a week earlier, only a week earlier. It doesn't matter if you brought the ticket months earlier. The price is doesn't worth it. I just want to go New Zealand as fast as I could. So I went New Zealand in 28th July 2017. And after all that, you know, custom Nazi fucking shit, finally I'm in New Zealand. I was like, oh, this feels like a dream, surreal. I start to enjoy New Zealand. It was quite an experience. Everything is different. I was blown away by this culture, by this scenic. I start to experience the real world. Before that, I was experience the real world on the screen. I started watching YouTube, I think in 2013, 2014. I started to, start to watch YouTube here and there, and learn this, learn a lot of stuff from YouTube, including the diet. Veganism is that you don't eat animal products. It's called veganism. Veganism doesn't exist in China. It never heard about that. It's a brand new thing for you. What? Veganism exists? I can actually not eating animal products. Why I didn't thought about that? And I tried. It works great for me. And my body suddenly stopped having all the issues, gut pain, headache, muscle pain, whatever. And suddenly I realized I can actually live without all these problems. My body keeps shouting at me. For years I just didn't realize. So the major poison for my body is actually not animal products. It's actually gluten. You see, gluten. This is my body shouting out gluten. But I'm still taking gluten because the life is depressing. You don't have a lot of food choices. And I didn't buy cookies. My mom brought cookies. The cookies on the table for months. I just ignored that. But one day I was so depressed. I ran out of choices food, and I was like, yeah, label says gluten. Whatever. Take couple of cookies and boom. My body is that strict. Otherwise, what you think? I'm a vegan. Vegan. Remember, veganism doesn't really exist in China. So why I went vegan? My body asked me to do that. I wouldn't care about animal cruelty. I wouldn't care. I'm living in China. I didn't even figure out my life. Why would the freaking Chinese care about animals? Let's be honest. No one fucking care about animals. Their own life is depressing. Think about that. That's why I never talk about veganism. If you want to choose veganism, go for it. I'm not gonna stand beside your ears. Go vegan, go vegan, go vegan. It's just annoying. It's actually annoying to me. People will get annoying. People who choose to be vegan, they will do it. Your persuasion is really not gonna work significantly. So I would rather just focus to myself. As long as I am healthy and be this example. When I ride in bicycle on the street, people look at me with, wow, this guy. Every girl look at this. Wow, he have very lean body. Every girl I ride on the street, every girl look at. I'm getting so used to it. I'm getting annoyed to it. I just stop. Look at me. Stop. I don't want to be stared. It's ridiculous. Oh, yeah. So I had a New Zealand fun, but I started to miss China. Funny enough, I was touring in New Zealand for 4 months. After I done that, I took the plane to landing. I was landing on Queenstown. Actually, Frankton is nearby Queenstown, which is the airport sits at. It's quite epic airport. You sitting in this airplane which fly in the valley of the mountains, and then you land in a valley town. It was epic. It was like such a place exists on Earth. It's such a wonderful experience. China, the airport I took off was in Pudong Airport. It's fucking flat with humidity. You don't see, like, the visibility is like literally 10K. Even you fly, you took off, you only see things 10K away. It's terrible. It's hard to breathe in summer. It's sweating all the time. I'm so glad I went off that. As soon as you climb to, like, I don't know, 50,000 feet, the window, as soon as you climb above that humidity swamp, the vision was so clear. See the blue sky, fucking beautiful. It was amazing. And when you land off in New Zealand, it feels like you're still in the air. The air is so clean. You're never gonna see someone appreciate like simple things like clean air so much, because you never experience a life in China. I heard of people, foreigners come to China and they depressed, they kill themselves. China was the motivation for them to kill themselves. It's a depressing place. It's a miracle that I produce all the contents on YouTube for you to watch. Be appreciate. But whatever. I'll stop to see hope on YouTube. I would rather just get along with my life. I'm still gonna have life I want, but I'm just not gonna, it's already half hour video. It's gonna be gigabytes, dozens of gigabytes. I don't have space to store this. For this quality of a video, I literally can't store this video anymore. I don't have disk spaces. I need to have the disk spaces available for touring content. Oh, it's hard to do everything yourself. So yeah, I was landing in Frankton, New Zealand, and I rode the south part of South Island, and then rode to Christchurch. When I was arrived at Christchurch, I tried to go to the language school. I live in the eastern part of the city. The language school is on the western part of the city. So I need to ride through the city to the language school. At one roundabout, it was like a roundabout for 5-road conjunction. I went to that roundabout. I went to the wrong exit 5 times. I wonder if that roundabout have 6 roads, I will miss that 6 times. How did I down there? I still couldn't. It was so confusing, that fucking roundabout. In China, we don't have a roundabout. We just go straight. We don't have 5 roads conjunction to each other. All we have is like crossroads. We have road like literally grids, but not like triangular city structure. It was confusing. Like, fuck it, I'm not gonna go for the language school. I have choices, do I? So I went to the language school one day. I found the language school. I just asked, can I have the money I paid, can I have refund? The staff are Chinese actually. I was actually talking Chinese to them. In New Zealand, they were surprisingly, they said, okay. Like, I was inside. I couldn't express like, oh yeah. I was inside. I was really. So why not? So do you exist? I was like, yeah. I found a better language school. I want to move to that. They said, okay, fine. I get the money refund. I took off from New Zealand. I had enough of New Zealand. Why? Because of, oh my god, the quality of life living in New Zealand. It's not a balanced. Okay, let's put it this way. The air quality, oh, fucking amazing, absolutely awesome air quality. But in terms of actual living quality, I'm not gonna fucking eat sausages every fucking day. I was missing fucking Chinese watermelons. Believe it or not, in New Zealand you have a watermelon like this big for 10 New Zealand dollars. It's like 50 RMB. With 50 RMB, you can have watermelon this big. Just for the sheer the value, let alone the. By the way, the New Zealand watermelon tastes awful. The Chinese watermelon tastes awesome. And is it GMO? Is it genetically modified? I don't know. I don't know. My body don't shout out, don't scream out after I taking watermelons. So I see that as a good signal. But the New Zealand watermelon is awful. Oh my god. And it's 5 times more expensive than Chinese ones. I just don't see the point to keep staying in New Zealand. New Zealand is really just a touring country. You go there, you stay there for a few months, you're touring, and that's it. It's kind of stupid to live in New Zealand. You're buying products from China anyway. You go to the New Zealand supermarket. You buy fucking appliances for your house. It's all made in China, and the quality is not even as half good as you get in China. What's the fucking point? I don't see that. I left New Zealand. That's a wise choice, obviously. It cost me a lot of money to carry all the stuff from New Zealand to Thailand, which I land the next country. But I sold my recombinant track in New Zealand. That's a wise move. That recombinant track wasn't the best one. And I sold in New Zealand for higher price because of the money ratio. I used that money, which is around 1,000 USD, for the plane tickets. The actual plane tickets cost 1,000 USD from New Zealand to Thailand. When I landed in Thailand, I actually met a bunch of friends I'm still contacting right now. They come from everywhere of the world. The Thailand, it was another fantastic experience. I never regret of having all these experiences. And in Thailand internet was awesome. I was watching YouTube with megabytes of internet speed. That's when I watch everything. When I talk about I watch everything, I fucking watch everything. I start to watch 911 Disclosure from 2014, maybe 2015. The darkest time of my life, I watch YouTube. I watch 70 videos a day. 70 videos, maybe not sound a lot, but many of them are hours of documents. I watch the truth of 911, who actually blew up the towers. The plane hitting the towers, and the jet fuel burning temperature cannot bring the building down. What do you think? Those skyscraper builders, fucking concrete can stand the temperature way higher than jet fuel. Jet fuel burning is not gonna bring down the tower. No, not a fucking way. The tower was blew up by the military, thermal military shit. Your own government did that, not fucking Iraq, Afghanistan. It was the excuse to have war on there. It's kind of the point. I stopped watching videos like that, because I know enough, and it actually stopped to helping me for the life here. I had a lot of information, and when I was in Thailand, I watched videos every day. I spent all my time watching videos every day. Thailand food was awesome. Thailand It's an awesome place to live. That's why so many Americans choose to retire in Thailand. It's an awesome place to live. Back in 2018, I spent a whole year in Thailand. I watched a lot of stuff. Man. And I watched the 911 was the start, was the spark. I'm getting, I forget about sleeping and eating. I'm just, wow, I must watch this every my waking hour because this is fascinating to me. I watched the 911, I watched the money hoax, I watched David Icke, David Wilcock, Alex Jones, whatever, you name it. All the other Corey Good, all the Gaia people who used to work with, all the people who used to work with Gaia, Graham Hancock and a French guy, I forget the name of, all those people, Michael Greger, Michael Tellinger, even Mutua, Credo Mutua, you name it, I watch everything. Everything I can find. I used to search keywords. YouTube back in 2018 was still alright. You still can find stuff back in 2018. I watch everything. I download everything. I just blown away. I watched from 911 all the way to aliens. It's not aliens. We are all aliens. None of us is originally from. We are not evolved from primates. We are genetic modified. We are all genetic modified people from the primates. We are not naturally evolved primates at all, and not at all. We are aliens. We are all aliens to Earth. We are all aliens. So it's kind of dumb to call other life form aliens. And to have a conclusion is that we are having this experience on Earth in order to learn. That's what I always talking about. That's everything matters. And the technology we are struggling with, the life we're struggling with, is not an issue at all. Well, forget about money. Forget about not having enough food. Forget about not having a life you want. For the so-called alien technologies, you can have whatever you want with your mind. If you want to, I'm talking about the technology. Let's say if you want to have a top-notch computer, boom, computer. You can have a machine and you type whatever you want, or you feed the information describing whatever fucking shit you want. The machine will print it out for you. The technology exists. And forget about making electricity from burning coal. Forget about the oil crisis. You don't have to burn oil. The energy radiates from sun, radiation from Earth. The energy radiates from Earth. If you can harvest that energy by building four triangles like a pyramid, focusing to each other, you're focusing the energy radiate from Earth, focus that to one point, and you harvest that. It's free energy. To make technology to harvest that exists. Ancient, like hundreds of billion years ago. We're truly living in a stone age in terms of technology. So obviously we are here for an experience, to learn the life lessons, to realize all this stuff. That's the point of living here. Now it's pointless to have a life that you just struggle with things you don't have to. Ancient billions of years ago. They are all watching us. Those aliens are all watching us. We have to be ready so they can help us. Why? Because if they help us, they can absolutely do this. If they help us right now, they provide the free energy, the manifestation machine. What do you think about this fucking lazy ass would do? Eh? Those fucking lazy ass having those 1,000 pounds of body weight sitting on the sofa. What do you think they get all the technologies? It's gonna be a disaster. Oh, why don't aliens just show up on the American television so that can solve the problem? No, it actually don't solve the problem because those aliens look just like us. You can't tell the difference. Maybe they have slightly bigger eyes. You can't tell the difference, and you will say, yeah, this is not normal human. Oh yeah, this is a fictional. Oh yes, this is all AI. It's all post processing. People are that dumb. We are dumber than we thought. It doesn't work. What do you think? What do you think? Aliens are way smarter than us. Those you call them aliens. What do you think they don't know this? Obviously they know. The best way is to let ourselves realize the problem first. Then they help. Okay? Do you realize? Do you understand? Why aliens just don't come up? But because it just don't. Why aliens just don't straight come down to Earth and help us? Because it don't work. It doesn't work. Because of all the morons out there, it doesn't work. Those morons still fucking contribute to the system. This fucking e-scooters riding on the street. You literally see the last video I posted, the riding city video. Those e-fucking scooters riding wrong way. They are problems. They are contributing to the problems. They help growing this scary, fucking terrible food system. In the future, you'll have trouble to make your own food because there's no demand on people making own food. Eventually, you are getting there if you can keep contributing to this freaking monster. There won't be vegetable markets facing the opening to the public, to the individuals. We can still individually buy vegetables. Imagine in the future you can't do that because there's no major demand. So why the hell a company will profit from having vegetable markets? They will close all the vegetable markets. You can't have you'll be forced to order food online, which the source you don't trust. You think people like us can survive that? You think I can have a job like that? You fucking morons! It doesn't matter anymore to making YouTube videos. It doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. Some point in the future, all this is gonna have an end. This is not gonna go forever. I do believe all the evil will be defeated eventually, but it costs it's freaking pain in the ass to survive to that point. But if you expecting me to produce free, interesting recommended contents on my channel, forget about this. I'm not gonna do that anymore. Yeah, of course I'm gonna do that. You're not gonna see that anymore. For free. You don't deserve that. You don't support me. Why the hell do you would deserve that type of stuff? It costs my own work, my own money. I produce that. It's gonna be private. The majority of that's gonna be private. I'm probably not gonna put everything on YouTube. YouTube is it died. It's already died. I don't see hope in that anymore. It's just not. The hope will be maybe years later when some other platform or maybe YouTube transfer into something else. I just don't see the hope right now for YouTube. No fucking hope. For a calm, logical mind, right here, YouTube, hopeless. It's wasting. It's such wasting of time to treat this thing seriously. YouTube used to be community based back in 2010. I was still in high school. You expecting me making YouTube content back in high school? Too early. Fucking hell. I was a stupid kid when I was in high school. I was still, yeah, whatever. Yeah. There are morons always telling me to have a job just because it works for them. But you see, it doesn't work for me. If have a job is so nice to you, just have your job then. Don't fucking talk to me. Don't fucking tell me to have a job. Why you come to my channel at first place? Why if you can make commentary content, why you come to my channel? Why you drawn by this content? Just fucking do this yourself. Because you can't. You don't have creativity. You're admired of this creativity. You are drawn by this. Naturally, you come to this channel. You want more of this. Naturally, you want this. You can't do this. Otherwise, you would do this yourself. Why you can't do this yourself? Because you can't. You come to this, you expecting more, and you wanted me to have a job. Because I can't have a job. I can't do those fucking normal shit. You can do that. How about we help each other? You are good at earning money. How about helping me? I'm good at making recurring track stuff. How about we working together? You can't force your mentality to other people. I can't force you to make recurring track content. You are moron. You can't do that. You have to learn from me. I'm the source. I'm telling you the fact. There's no personal ego in this. You're literally moron. Okay? You earn the money because you are workhorse. You don't feel it. Okay? You work in the fucking environment I cannot stand with. I used to work with this giant hall of office. Just I was working, people working in front of computers. The sheer radiation comes from those computers. It's making me so uncomfortable. I cannot stay in that toxic environment. That environment to me is hazardous. I can't stay in there. My brain, I get so much headache. I just can't stay in there. It literally physically don't work for this body. I can't do that. You can do that. You can stay in that environment. Your body don't care. Okay, you have the money. You help. That's how it works. I can't do that. I literally cannot do that. I know as a person because I had the experience. You think I don't know? Don't use your stupid mentality to put it on me. It doesn't work. I am the guy to make recommend shit. You are the guy to work to earn money. We work together. We can do this shit. I always talk about we work together because if we don't work together, it don't actually fucking work. I'm feeling better now. Jesus Christ. You don't know how frustrating living a life for such a person like me. I kept all the wisdom. I know how to do shit. Because I invest my time into it. You can't expecting me to have a day job at the same time do all this. It don't exist. I can't do this. No one can do this. Your imagination is making you think someone exists. Don't exist. People like this don't exist. My dad, oh, you just have a job they can. Why don't you do that? Why don't you? it's paying 10 times of your salary. Why don't you fucking do that? Are you telling me you can't ride a fucking e-scooter? Telling me to do that. I genuinely don't believe you can have 6,000 amount salary by riding e-fucking scooters. That's why those fucking guys riding them are fucking chasing death. What do you think if they can getting that amount of money, which probably a very few of them can actually having that amount of money? You're chasing it. You stop caring about other people's health. You stop caring about other people's safety. You just want to get point A to point B as fast as you can. Because if you can't do that on time, you don't get that 6,000 salary. All those morons. Hey, I just heard about someone else telling me you can do that for 6,000. So why don't you just do that for 6,000 salary amount? So then you can have your dreams. How about just have your dreams? Do what? Make your dream come true. Not try to earn money. Oh, I have to wear a fake arm, a fake legs. Then I can walk. How about just fucking walk? I want to have a dream. How about just have this dream? Oh, I have to earn the money. Please give me money. Here's my soul. Here's my soul. I don't care about people. Here's my soul. Please, money. Oh, no money. Ah! How about fuck you? Fuck you! I want to have a dream right now. I do whatever I want right now. This is my dream. I do my dream. This is what I'm dying for! Run! How about this? I have a dream! Run! No! What it takes to be a human is not that easy. I am this invisible guy in the crowd. And I'll stand out because I don't. I always ignored by others. If I'm sitting in a crowd of a bunch of people, you wouldn't notice me. I am that invisible. My character is that invisible because I chose to. I don't want to stand out. I don't want to. I just don't want to be the focus of attention. I am this guy. First time you saw, you will think, yeah, this guy talk like a lady, literally looks like a lady. What skills someone like this would have? Yeah, forget about it. He's an easy one. Actually, the most vicious, the most capable, the most mentality strong man looks exactly the opposite. When you catch someone that talking like a lady, just be very soft in their heart. They don't seem to be vicious on the surface. They don't always want to be the focus of attention. They are actually the most vicious, most badass, most extreme character out there. You don't see them on the surface. That's because they're fucking deep. People like this, they're either the best people or the worst people. You don't tell someone on the surface. Someone maybe don't call your attention talking soft. They either eating too much GMO. They're genetically being modified. Otherwise, they chose to do that because it's safe to be invisible. Character like this, I walk in street. You think I can be okay with people smoking cigarettes? The cigarette smell is the worst thing ever. I'm just getting depressed by looking at it. Let alone someone stand on the street having this, blowing this air to my face. I will give them face a fucking punch. I will use their own cigarettes, put in their fucking mouths. Have a taste about that. You like cigarettes, don't you? Eat the fucking shit. I was walking on the street and have fights. That would give me problems. That's why I don't go out. I will literally pick up fights because it's a depressed world out there. I'm getting so angry by just look at it. I can't go out there. I will have fights. That will bring me trouble. I am this little body alone. I have to be invisible just to survive through this shit. It's ridiculous. This thing has to be stopped. This whole C things has to be stopped. The whatever, all this thing has to be stopped, and it was stopped. The history is rewritten itself at this moment right now. It's just a matter of time. It's not gonna be forever. It's gonna be real soon, actually. All the evil eventually defeated. It's never on Earth. It's never. It's always the same. We evil always being defeated. On Earth, it's the same story rewritten again. And now we're at this point. The evil's almost defeated. On the surface, you don't see it. You see the depressing world worse day by day. Eventually, suddenly, it will. Wait until that. Guys like me have to literally wait. It's painful, but it's the best outcome. Just wait for that. If you went through this 1 hour video, thank you. You're really hearing it. Those morons, funny things, they always watch my videos. They probably contribute to the watch time majorly. They will watch all my videos and give this thumb down. It is their way to express their awesomeness. It just unfortunately went a wrong way. What they want me to make Recommend Track content. If I actually posting new Recommend Track content, things, videos about my trailer, videos about me riding Recommend Track in China, they all give thumb up, those people. There's a switch in their brain. They're morons. They just don't see this. You don't just teleport from point A to point B. You need to go through this painful process. Those are must-taken steps. They fail to see that. They are not capable to do that. It's stupid. It's making you angry, but they're innocent morons. You can't do anything about it. Just ignore them. Delete their comments. Forget about them. It's fucking morons. You don't need to take seriously of them. They have gear and they have no idea. That's a fun way to put that. Yeah, 1 hour is long enough. Yeah, let's keep something untold so I can do this. I can do more of this next time maybe. See you later, guys.